Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Fighting out of Brooklyn, New York, the takeover,
You can't tell me I'm not great. This is what I do. Javante, you a fucking pussy. You are a bitch.
BoxingVoice.com.
Devin Haney's the last of the bunch. Yeah, and I think Shakur knows it. Tank knows it. That's lunch food.
BoxingVoice.com.
They don't even consider Brian Garcia Latino.
Oh, some folks do.
De gringo no puede hablar español para nada. Ryan DM'd me and everything. Boy, desperate for some payday. Double graded some boss shit. I really am the two-time undisputed world champion.
BoxingVoice.com.
Absolutely, Teofimo's a Hall of Famer, no doubt. Yeah. That 1.4 that they did on pay-per-view buys was mainly from Brian's side, not really from Tank. And that's all from the YouTubers and the young kids that don't know. It's just your casual fans. He double graded some boss shit. That was some boss shit right there. And the thing is that we have so many bots in the internet that they just side with whatever is hot. And I just can't do that. I'm a hell of a boxer. I mean, that's what I really did this for. I'm not a puncher. I'm not a brawler. I'm a slick boxer.
This a dollar beat.
Loma didn't come to fight. Double graded some boss shit. That was some boss
This a dollar
shit.
beat.
What up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nesta Gibbs. Solo Dolo, Scarface, No Manolo. At 7:30 Eastern, we're going to have a big guest, and then we'll be coming back with yet another one probably right after that. We're sliding in Tito Mercado. He wasn't on schedule, but we're going to try to slide him in after Elijah Garcia. Tito Mercado fights tomorrow on a Marv Nation card, so we definitely want to get him in on the show and talk a little boxing with him. We will have Elijah Garcia, PBC fighter. He is scheduled to be on a March 30th card. It wasn't announced, but he certainly has posted March 30th, so we'll be talking to Elijah Garcia. Remember, if you're a Patreon or a YouTube member, you can head on over to our YouTube members page, and there you can drop Elijah a question or any of the guests that we're going to be having on the show. Today, what we're going to be talking about, obviously, is Timothy Bradley's opinion. He believes that Canelo's PBC deal, he's telling us, don't be surprised, and I quote, don't be surprised if he fights Earl Spence for that third fight, end quote. This is Timothy Bradley telling us not to be surprised if we see Canelo versus Earl after we see Jamal or Crawford in between. Now, on top of that, we're going to be talking the weigh-in results. Weigh-in results for Teofimo Lopez and Jermaine Ortiz. That fight takes place tomorrow at 10:30 Eastern Time, 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, live on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Plus from the Michelob Ultra Arena in Las Vegas. Tio defends his WBO belt and his lineal belt in the 140-pound division against Jermaine Ortiz. Teofimo weighed 39.6 pounds, while Jermaine Ortiz weighed 39.6 pounds as well. Keyshawn Davis, the co-main event, stepping up to face two-time former champion Jose Pedraza. Common opponent with Gervonta Tank Davis. Only person to stop Pedraza is Davis. Keyshawn Davis trying to be the second Davis to do that. He came in at 134.7, while Pedraza came in at 134.5. Those are your co-main and main events. Now, George Acosta versus Renee Tellez, 131.3 for Acosta, and Tellus 132. Outside of that, we're interested in Abdullah Mason that almost looked as if he struggled with the weight. They held his wrap in front of him as if they were going to take down draws, but he made it. Abdullah coming in at 135.3, and Benjamin Grement coming in at 136.8. Charlie Sheehy, 135.7. Abel Salceda, 135.4. Alan Garcia, our guy, Alan Garcia, trained by Coach G. He came in at 136.6, and Tomas Ornelas, 134.6. Alan looked good at the weigh-in. I watched it live. My guy Antonio Cepeda also weighed in at a 299.7 in the heavyweight division, while his opponent, Lemire Riley, weighed in at 257. Huge height difference in that heavyweight fight. Huge height difference with him. And, wow. I don't know what to expect with that. I did see Antonio suffer a loss that I didn't think he would suffer. So, you really don't know where he's at. This guy is extremely shorter. It looks like it's set up for Antonio to get the win. But again, he didn't look great versus Chris Lovejoy in an exhibition on a Mayweather card. And I think I'm pretty sure he suffered a loss since then. And he's now got one loss and 6 wins, 6 by knockout. So, yeah, I'll be paying attention. I'll be paying attention because I know Cepeda. We've had him on the show, but don't know where he is going to be at when it comes to skill level and what he'll actually do in the ring. So we're going to open up the phone lines. Remember, we're talking Tim Bradley, telling us not to be surprised if Canelo actually fights Earl Spence. I think at this point, the Earl Spence fight is just like the Tank and Loma. It's just spoiled milk, chunky at this point. You take the top off, and it just smells the whole apartment. Do not give us that. Too late. If any welterweight deserves it, it is Terrence Bud Crawford. So, yeah, that's just how I feel, man. We'll open up the phone lines as we wait for our first guest. Cliff in Connecticut, what's up?
Yeah.
What up, champ? Yo. Cliff, you got to unmute. Cliff, you're muted.
Yo,
Yes.
the button was Twitter acting funny. I was trying to let you know, like, none of us could hear you. I seen half of the people listening leave Twitter because we couldn't hear your monologue. But
But how you hearing me now then?
I guess because we on the phone call. But when I was just listening to you, do your thing, it would cut out for a long period of time. I bet you somebody else will come up here and verify if you go to the next Twitter person, but I had a hard time hearing you. I don't know if it's just me, but mad people left, so I figured everyone was having that same issue. But I mean, I got some of it, and I see the topic, so I could speak on it. I see what they say about Canelo fighting Spence, and I feel like I'd be more surprised that Spence is ready and available for that fight, more so than I would be surprised that Al Heyman would give it to him. That's his boy, right? He been with Spence longer than he been with Crawford, so I could see him shitting on Crawford for his boy. It's kind of like loyalty type shit is the way I look at it. Do I agree with it? No, not at all.
I could see Al offer it into Earl, but can you see Canelo taking the Earl fight at this point?
I can, because I feel like as far as sales wise, it'll probably sell a similar number.
What?
It'll be a much easier fight. I mean, Spence still got a big name. You don't think it's gonna sell
I
like
mean,
it would if it was Bud?
you don't think if he need a tune up at the very least or something like that?
I don't think Spence is ready for the fight. Hell no, that's what I'm saying. I'll be more surprised that Spence is available and ready for the fight than I would be that Al gave it to him. That's what I'm trying to say. My point is, I don't think Spence is ready for the fight, and I would be shocked if he was. But I wouldn't be shocked that I would give it to him because that's his man's. He got more loyalty and more of a history with Spence than he does Bud. So I could see him doing Bud dirty and going with Spence. But I don't. I'll be more. That's what the whole thing is. More surprised Spence is ready than I am Al making that decision.
Mm.
And I think Canelo being I don't really want to talk down on him. Boxing's a dangerous sport. Somebody just died that was on the annual card, so I don't really like to disrespect people like that in this sport because it's very dangerous and tough. But I feel like Canelo likes easy fights, and I feel like Spence would probably be easier for him with a similar payday. So I could see Canelo taking that fight and not complaining.
Mm.
So this doesn't really shock me. If I mean, only thing that shocks me is that Spence is available for that fight. If he could get available for the fight, that's the only shocking part about it. Everything else is kind of like, it's kind of like their mo. So that's how I see it, and that's pretty much it.
All
Appreciate you.
right. All right. All right. Well, hopefully you can listen once you're off mute. Let me know. But Tim Bradley, according to the article, Tim Bradley enjoys playing the guessing game. He believes that Jamal Charlo will ultimately get the opportunity to face Alvarez in May, like plenty of others believe. As for the third fight and the final fight of the deal for Canelo Alvarez, Bradley does not believe that Canelo will pick Benavidez, David Benavidez, your current WBC interim champ. He does not believe that he'll pick former undisputed at welterweight Terrence Bud Crawford or even the up-and-coming David, a.k.a. Boogeyman Morrell. And instead, he believes Bradley does, who told ProBox, and I quote, "Don't be surprised if he fights Earl Spence for that third fight." So is he just being a hater? Is he just like throwing shade on Canelo? Because no reports are saying that, Canelo will fight Earl. They're all pointing at Jamal and Terrence. So, is he just being a bit of a hater here? I don't know. Can you guys hear me on Twitter, though? Let me know. Tyron, I see you there. Let me know if that's working. We did get through with Cliff, so hopefully everybody can hear us. And I'm not sure because I see people dropping off. I don't know. I'm gonna end it and do it again. Shit is crazy on Twitter, man. I don't understand, but we'll try and do it again. But again, if you guys want to call in, you can use Discord. We're also gonna have guests on in just a bit. If you want to join us, you want to maybe ask him a question, you can do so by heading on over to our YouTube page over at the community, youtube.com/the boxing voice /community. Drop a question for our guest, Elijah Garcia, scheduled to be on the show with us here in a bit to talk some boxing and talk, obviously, his fight on March 30th. Right now, we're talking weigh-in results for Top Ranks Boxing tomorrow night. For those that don't know, that is going to be tomorrow night, live on ESPN Deportes. So once again, you can catch that at 10:30. So hopefully now Twitter is working as we work through some of the things here. And in the meantime, we will be waiting for our first guest, Elijah Garcia. Text his pops. So if you're watching this on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. Looks like we're getting Twitter people popping in. Should be working now. I just ended it, restarted it. So we should be good. If you want to call in on Twitter or Discord, let me redo the Twitter link as it's a new one now. And there goes Elijah. Elijah, how are you, brother? Do you hear me, champ?
I hear you. Can you hear me?
Perfect, perfect. How are you?
Very good. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Happy to have you back on the show. Thank you for coming on. I'm correct, right? You're back March 30th on the on the Keith Thurman and Tim Tszyu card?
Yes, sir. I'll be back.
No opponent yet, though. Just a date, correct?
We're looking to fight Kyrone Davis.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Kyrone Davis.
Okay. That's a good fight. Common opponent with David Benavidez. He's been around the business for a while. Sparred a lot of people. Trained by Stephen Edwards. What do you know about him?
I know he's experienced. He's a veteran. He knows how to stay in there, and he knows how to get the rounds. You know what I mean? He knows how to. He's been in there with a lot of good guys, so he knows what he's doing.
And this is going to be at 160, correct?
160 pounds.
160, okay, because he's fought as high as 168 and as low as 154 early in his career. He's durable, man. He's really a durable fighter that, really doesn't get stopped. He's only been stopped by David Benavidez. Is that something you look forward to, seeing can you become the second man to stop him?
Not really. I'm just looking to get these rounds, get these experience, and hopefully after this fight, I can get the winner of Lara and the number one contender. So it's just, I could care less about the stoppage.
Okay, so you're looking at the winner. That's a good fight. Would you prefer Lara to get the win because he has the name in the boxing industry, or to you it doesn't matter?
It don't matter to me as long as I get the opportunity.
Cool. So how long have you known it was going to be Kyrone Davis?
Probably for about maybe a week or so.
Oh, okay.
We just
So this is new then.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel that's going to be enough time? March 30th, it gives you about 2 full months, give or take.
Yeah. I've been in the gym the past couple weeks. Staying in shape, and we just got to gradually pick it up.
What did you think of Kyrone's last fight? I mean, it wasn't his best performance. He had a tougher time than people expected. We didn't expect him to have a tough time in that performance versus Cruz, I believe it was.
Yeah, we had both fought Cruz. Cruz was, I thought Cruz was winning a little bit, and then he kind of gassed out. But I don't know. I figured he should have stopped Cruz if he was really supposed to be that good. I don't know. Cruz is a good guy. He got much better since I fought him. So, styles make fights, and that's styles make fights, and I like to fight.
Do you think that you would outwork a guy like Kyrone Davis just based off your style, or is it more based off youth?
The fights I did, I've seen him fight, and he don't really throw too many punches, and I think that goes towards my advantage because I do throw a lot of punches, and yeah, I think I could wear him out a lot faster than most.
Were there any other options outside of Kyrone, or was that the only name given?
That was the only name given. for the most part, I stay in camp. I stay in the gym, and they give me a date and they give me an opponent, and I say yes, no matter who it is. So that was the only name they brought to me.
Where are you, champ? You have like the most amazing background. You got the wind chimes in the back. Are you on a ranch, a farm?
Yes, sir. I'm at home. This is my ranch.
Oh,
We got a
wow, nice.
we got a couple cows, lots of sheep and lots of chicken. So
And
I just got done take care of the animals right now. To be honest.
so where do you hold camp right there on that facility and bring people in, or do you drive into town? Like, how's that situation?
For the most part, we're here in Arizona. Well, I live in Whitman. We train in Buckeye. It's about 20 minutes away, but um, you know, I go into Vegas for a little bit, and then I'm back here on the week. So I
Okay.
just go to Vegas for the weekends to get some good rounds, and I'm back.
All right. What gym do you usually go in Vegas? You know, I'm out there. Obviously, I'm here in Florida now for a couple of months trying to escape the cold that is Vegas in the winters. People don't know how windy and cold it is, but where do you normally go?
DLX.
Okay. Yeah. That's the new hot spot it's looking like.
Everybody's there. I've run into a lot of cool people there, so it's kind of exciting.
So that means you've gotten some sparring with Caleb Plant at DLX or not yet?
Not yet.
Oh. So I got a couple of questions here from the fans. We got Sober Rancis, I think. He says, damn, this boy is hot. How long do you plan on staying at middleweight, and how do you plan on becoming undisputed?
Let's see. I make 160 no problem right now, to be honest. And we just got to take it one bout at a time. I don't see myself moving up in weight, anytime soon. So the plan is get the winner of Lara and the number one contender, and we'll take it from there. But I don't want to look past this fight at all.
What weight class do you see yourself ending your boxing journey in?
Probably 168, but I could probably stay at this weight another 2 or 3 years, no problem.
We got Mosby Clemente from Phoenix. He says, shout out to you. It's good to see someone from Arizona doing so well in the boxing. My question is, do you ever plan on coming back to Arizona as a main event?
That's the goal. That's our goal. Hopefully, I become a world title holder. I can become a world champion, and maybe I could defend it a couple times in Phoenix. I was born. I was born in Glendale. Grew up a little bit in Avondale, and I'm in Whitman now, so I never really left Arizona. I'm about 40 miles away from downtown Phoenix. So
Were you able to attend the Bam Rodriguez event that just took place there not too long ago?
no, I did not go to that. I also didn't go to the John Ryder fight as well. Um, I like to stay at home, to be honest.
Best seat
I
in the
don't.
house.
Yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
I feel like the angle that the cameras give us are better than the angles that some of the judges have because they're stuck to one side of the ring.
So I've seen a couple of fights in person, and they look like really good fights. And I've seen fights on TV, and it looks like a totally, it looks like a totally different fight. I remember
Yeah.
I'd seen the Mark Masayo versus Figueroa fight in person, and I thought Figueroa won it easy, no problem. And then I seen it on TV, and it looked like a little closer fight.
Mm.
I don't know, it's different.
I got Flacco 38 from Sacramento, California. If you could name your next two opponents, who would they be? So you already said Laura Zafara winner. Is there another name out there?
Nope. I'm not looking that far. I gotta take it one step at a time. And as of right now, I got Caron
Tyrone
Davis.
Davis. That's right. Um, do you think that he has the power? Do you what how first of all, do you think he's a power puncher?
Um, I don't think so. I've seen his box rec. He has like 17, 18 wins, like 5 knockouts. Um, I'm sure he does hit hard, but maybe he's just, maybe it's just his style. I'm not sure, but I don't think he's a knockout artist. I've fought a couple, hard hitting guys that had, a couple knockouts, and they didn't really hit that hard. So I can only imagine how this fight's going to be.
Um, do you feel fortunate? And maybe that's kind of an easy question, but do you feel fortunate to be on this March 30th because it is the first PBC card on Amazon? Got a bunch of big names on it. Keith Thurman is back. He's taking on Tim Tszyu. You have Laura on the undercard. It's just a lot of names that, boxing fans know.
Yeah, I'm blessed, to be on the first card on Prime. I I, I wouldn't say I'm lucky because I've worked my ass off, but I'm definitely blessed, and I don't want this opportunity to go to waste. Not only that, but I want to put a good performance so I can show the fans that I'm ready to take the next step and become a world champion.
We got Octo that says, how many fights is Elijah planning to do in 2024?
Let's see. Uh, I'm fighting 10 round fights now, so hopefully I could be back 4 times.
Mm.
4 times, if not, maybe 5 at max. I
Wow.
like to stay active. I don't like to fight, every 7 months. I like to be active. I'm still young. I lack a lot of experience.
We have James Valdez in San Antonio, Texas. He says, if Crawford actually gets the Canelo fight at 168, how do you think that fight plays out?
I'm not sure because I think Canelo might be on his downfall. Like,
Mm.
I think he's running from Benavidez. He's cherry picking his fights. After what Crawford did to Errol Spence, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I think he does have a chance. Crawford is, Crawford shocked me. I didn't think he was that good, and now, I think he's probably the best fighter in the world. He's different. Crawford is different, and he shocked me. I think Crawford could pull it off.
Mm. I got Peter that says, what did Elijah learn in the ring last year that helps him become a better fighter this year?
I just got this experience. Last year, I had fought Vidal. That was a 4 round knockout. I'd fought Kevin Salgado. We went the full 10 rounds, and then I had fought Armando Resendez. I went the full 8 rounds. And what I've learned is, you know, it's just experience, and you got to use that jab. It's what you practice in the boxing ring at home is definitely going to carry on to what you practice. I mean, to the actual fight moment, and you know, it's hard to explain, but the experience that I have now is what I was definitely lacking, and I'm just blessed. I don't know. It's hard to explain if you've never been in the ring before.
There goes the Roosters. We got Abe from El Paso, Texas. He says, are you related to Elijah Garcia, the defensive end for the Broncos?
No, so I've seen him. He's from Tucson, Arizona. It's funny you guys say that because when you guys search up my name, he'll pop up, and it's kind of funny that it's Elijah Garcia and he's from Tucson and I'm from Glendale.
Hey, man, shout out to Arizona producing them athletes.
Yeah.
He had a two-parter. He said, and how is your Spanish? We all know that being Mexican-American comes with a lot of perks to reach both sides of the fan base. The green print. Expecting great things from you in the future, champ. Salute.
Appreciate it. Thank you. I need to work on my Spanish. I don't speak Spanish at all, and I want to learn. But I feel like a lot of the Mexicans do like me, though. I'm Mexican American, but I consider myself Chicano, and I carry a lot of those Mexican traits, man. Like in the ring, I'm a banger. I fight hard, and that's because I got that Mexican blood in me. And not a lot of people know this, but my dad's he's a Mexican citizen, and my grandpa, you know, all my family's from Mexico, so it's in me. I just don't speak Spanish.
So, how did it make you feel, or how did your family react to hearing Keith Thurman? Because I took it as Keith Thurman just selling a fight, but I did see that the public is reacting differently towards his statements towards Tim Tszyu, calling him a flat-footed Mexican.
Eh, I don't take it personal. He's just trying to sell the fight. You know what I mean? He's trying to sell the fight. He's trying to make it exciting, and I don't really care. You can say whatever you want. It don't bother me at all. I think a lot of the people that haven't fought before or been in the ring, they don't understand the other side of boxing, the business side of selling the fight and stuff like that. So I don't take it personal. Never met Keith Thurman, but I'm sure he's a really nice guy.
Well, champ, those are all the questions, man. Can you give out your social media for anybody that isn't following you? And if there is anywhere you want to direct them in terms of ticket sales, please do so. But we do appreciate you coming on and giving us an update. You still got a whole 2 months out, so we would look forward to getting you back on maybe mid-March just for another update.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Appreciate all my fans. I do it for Arizona. I do it for my family, and you can follow me on Instagram at _Elijah Garcia _. I'm on Facebook, Elijah Garcia. I'm on Twitter's Elijah602 Garcia. Um, Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. I see you all over Instagram. It's kind of exciting to be on here, and I'll be ready to put on a show and to prove the world that I'm going to be a world champion soon. So
Now, I appreciate you, champ. You see us on Instagram. We see you on the big screen doing your thing, and we're honored to have you on the show. Look forward to getting you back on, and best of luck with the big win.
appreciate it. Thanks.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Elijah Garcia. March 30th, he'll be live on PBC. Has his sights set on, obviously, facing Islandri Lara. I like that fight. Not mad at that fight. We could do that. It'll be for a strap, WBA. And, it'll start getting better from there. We got Tyron. Talk to me.
Yo, what's good, champ? What's
What
good,
up?
Ness? No much. Shouts out TVV. Shouts out Undisputed Boxing Show of the World. Hope everyone blessed tuning in. I just think Bradley like trolling, and hating. He said some comments about Canelo been saying it. I just think it's probably like the build up of the frustrating that he's not fighting Benavidez, but Spence, like that, he's not even on that radar. Like I don't know where he's putting that out of. Probably just because he fought, Mel and possibly Terrence and Maul. So figure like, well, he fight them, then Earl Spence would be next. But I don't see that. I just see like the only opponents for Canelo next couple fights is Ball. No order, but Maul, Terrence, Mugia, Benavidez, Beaver Posse rematch, and in a Berlanga fight. But I don't see Bud. I mean, not Bud. Spence being on that radar. Canelo's. As far as the weigh in, Lopez and Ortiz. Um, Lopez looked good. He looked ready. I've been also Keyshawn too. He looked in good shape. But I also been seeing a lot of people online and stuff, just talking about like, Ortiz is looking drained. What's your thoughts on that, champ, and how you think everybody looked? And, do you think T.O. is going to win by decision or knockout? But that's all I got, champ. But I appreciate you, man. Shouts out TBV.
All right. Appreciate you. Yeah, I didn't feel that Jermaine was drained, but let me check out some of these Instagram pictures here. I'm sure Top Rank has now posted the weights. We'll go to Top Rank and see what's going on. I mean, Jermaine. Yeah, I don't see drain, bro. I don't see drain. I mean, obviously T.O. is always gonna look different because he's animated, right? But yeah, I don't see drained in Jermaine. And again, this is an up-down angle, right? Excuse me, down-up angle. So you really can't see much. Let's see what else they got to show us. Yeah, that looks like it. Let's try on the story then. Nope, these are all bets. Smart, Sinisa. Okay, here goes some weigh-ins. Keyshawn always looks focused. I did watch this one live. The meme mug is hilarious, but you gotta love it. Now this is Jermaine's live. I don't see sucked in, at all. Honestly, maybe a little black under the eyes, but that's expected. Not really seeing sucked in at all, Tyron. Sorry, not seeing that. Not seeing that. Tiafimo's a minus 700. Damn. Not that big of a favorite. We've seen other favorites a lot wider than that. But phone lines are open if you want to call in. Discord available. Twitter Spaces also available. We're waiting to get our next guest. That's going to be Tito Mercado, TBV's Prospect of the Year. Jesse, what up? Jesse, you got to unmute.
Yo, what's good? You hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't think Jermaine is weight drained because ain't he coming up from 135 or something?
Yeah, he had a couple catch weights.
Oh yeah, well yeah, I don't think he's weight drained. I actually got him with the upset, to be honest, over Tito.
Oh.
I think, yeah, I mean he looked pretty good versus Lomachenko, but he got like gassed. I don't know. In my opinion, like he looked as gassed. He looked as good in the first rounds, but he got gassed. But I look he got him winning it. Not gonna lie. Yeah, about this Tim Bradley, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think Canelo's gonna fight Spence because he's just got his ass beat by Crawford, and it wouldn't make sense, to be honest. Like, yeah. And yeah, I think Canelo, he's probably gonna fight after Jamal. He's probably gonna fight Munguia or Crawford, to be honest.
Which one you prefer out of the two you named?
To be honest, Crawford, because like he's a Hall of Famer, right? He's 200, like undisputed, like twice and stuff. Like he's more of a
champ. Let me get back with you. That's our guest, Tito Mercado. Tito, how are you?
I'm good. Can't complain.
Good. Happy to have you on, champ. Happy to have you on. So first and foremost, man, it seems like things really shifted from the last time we interviewed you. We were under the impression that you were going to be on a MVP promotions card. That didn't end up happening. And from there, you were supposed to be on a 360 boxing promotion card. That didn't end up happening. And now you're on a Marv Nation card. Can you just, I don't know, give us an update on what happened? Why so many cancellations or promotional switches?
Man, as far as the MVP one, it kind of that one I don't want to say too much. Just not everybody's professional, and that's why that one kind of fell off. But as far as the 360 one, we just didn't have enough time to get an opponent fast enough. That was kind of the last minute one, and we couldn't get an opponent fast enough in the ring. So unfortunately, we couldn't get on that card. Well, we couldn't, make the deadline.
So does lack of professionalism mean that you won't be able to be on another MVP promotions card, or was it? Or does that not hinder you from future fights there? Because, it's a big platform. Look at all the attention that Ashton Slive got on it. a week ago?
You never know, man. Hey, business at the end of the day. So there's nothing, we don't take nothing personal on our side, and I'm sure they don't take nothing personal on their side. So, as far as that, business can always be made, but right now we're working on something sweet on, for the next fight. So hopefully that gets done.
So, who are you facing this time around on the Marv Nation card?
Some Argentinian dude. I think he got like 18, maybe 19 fights. You know, he's a okay guy, but he's gonna come in there. As a veteran, regardless, still has a lot of experience, and he's gonna go there and put on like any other fighter, right? He's gonna go there and try to win the fight, and like I said, I'm gonna go there and do what I always do, no matter who the opponent is.
We haven't seen you have these many cancellations. Now, does that have anything? Do you think is it fighters not wanting to fight you? Is it part of the newfound popularity? You were mentioned as prospect of the year by a few different outlets, or is it just part of the game? It has nothing to do with you not being able to get an opponent.
I mean, it can have a mix of everything, but as far as from on my side right now, it's kind of the opponent thing. A lot of these guys don't want to fight. Like I said, man, earlier this year I told you about the Barbosa thing. They didn't want to fight. They're a top 10 dude, so it's just kind of hard to get these guys in there. That's all it really it is right now.
I know we've asked you this question before. Do you think you're going to have to sign to a big box promoter for some of these bigger names to be willing to get in the ring with you?
Probably. I mean, that same thing that kind of happened to Devin, right? And I think he was a champion, right? When he had to go there and fight Camboso. So, I mean, that may be the route that we have to take, and if that's the route I have to take to get these big fights, then I mean, that's a sacrifice that we're willing to make.
How soon are you looking to get back? Obviously, I feel like you've been a little more active than your record is indicating at this moment. Like normally you're back in there after every 3 months, right? And this is probably a
Right.
little bit longer of a stretch for you.
Probably. I think it's hitting the 4 month mark, probably. But usually
Yeah,
I'm in there every like 3 months. Yeah.
yeah. Does that bother you? Is that messing with the way you do your thing, or 1 month, one extra month isn't that big of a deal for you?
I mean, compared to it don't do too much because I mean, initially we planned for February 2nd, right, with the MVP. They just fought not too long ago, so I guess the extra week is really just an extra week that I'm kind of getting pushed back. So it don't bother me too much. I mean, regardless, we still got a schedule, and we're gonna meet the schedule that we want to obviously hit for this year.
Now, is this just a stay busy fight for you, and there's something bigger on the horizon, and this is just so that the inactivity doesn't continue, or this is just what the team could get, and you got to take what you can get?
A little bit of everything, man. Like I said, a lot of these guys keep saying no. This guy's one of the guys that was willing to fight. Regardless, man, he's still a fighter. Anything can happen, right? We see guys that do big upsets, and it's kind of obviously I'm a type of fighter. I mean, my record kind of shows it that I take big challenges. So obviously this year we're looking for something big.
What did you think of Barboza's performance? Obviously, you were scheduled to face him. He chose to go a different route and fought an opponent that you beat. How do you think he did with a common opponent of yours?
I thought he didn't look too good. To be honest with you, I thought Solixani was able to land a lot of clean flush shots on him. And I think that's something. I think he had a little easier time with him. Obviously, he got the stoppage. I don't agree with the stoppage too much, but I think that what's him called? I thought he landed a lot of good shots on him. I thought that if that fight would have played out with me and him, I think I would end up stopping him or possibly knocking him out.
And since then, Golden Boy hasn't revisited any sort of conversations with you?
Nah, and especially after that performance, I didn't expect him to. To be honest, with you,
Mm.
they didn't reach out to me after that one. So after that performance, I think they're waiting maybe for him to get back to his groove. Maybe they'll get back to me. Maybe they won't. Maybe that's too much of a risk. They already kind of have him already almost there.
Well, you're fighting February 10th. Tio's fighting tomorrow. You guys are both in the same division. He's taking on Jermaine Ortiz. What's your thoughts on that fight, and what sort of shot are you giving Ortiz?
I give him a good shot. I give Ortiz a good shot. He's still young. Regardless of that loss with Lomachenko, I thought he still had a good outing. I just think it depends what Tio we get that day, because he has a lot of off nights. Like we did Cambosos, what he did with Sandor Martin. I think if he has an off night, he could potentially lose that fight because, like I said, Ortiz is a young guy and he's hungry. So I see that one like a cool 60-40. I got Tio on that one, but I think Jermaine Ortiz definitely got a chance.
If you had to single out an attribute that you feel Jermaine, has better than Tio, or something that he does better than Tio, can you single it out, or would you need to study tape?
I would need to study tape. I know, off top, I know he has good athleticism. I don't think he has more than Tio, but I know he has good athleticism from what I remember.
So, champ, who'd you bring in for sparring for this fight, man? You always look so ready, and I never hear of guys saying, "Oh yeah, I was in Tito's camp." Does the opposition of your sparring matter?
It does. It does. I think it does. Obviously to a certain point too, but this camp I had dudes like Jose Felix who just fought on the matchroom card with that Ireland
Okay.
dude not too long ago, right?
Yep.
And then I had Burgos actually in my sparring. Burgos
Okay.
a veteran
Juan
dude. He's been
Carlos.
here since. Yeah, so we were sparring with them two dudes, and they're giving me some good work. Obviously, they got a lot of experience, so I learned a lot.
For sure, for sure. And he's a common opponent with Keyshawn. And if I'm not mistaken, maybe Andy
Andy Cruz.
Cruz
Yeah.
has fought him as well. Yeah, man. Your division right now is very, very hot. How's it feel to be in that division and I guess watch it bubble so much, knowing you want to get in there, knowing you want your name to be in that mix, but right now, like the names that are flow. I mean, look, now you got Tank possibly fighting a Conor Ben, and Devin, who's in your division. There was talks of him and Conor Ben, and him and Matias. Matias is in your division. Tio is in your division. I mean, it's become the new hot division, right? It's like almost 147 at this point.
It is, but I feel like a lot of it's too much talk too. I mean, Tio's talking about going up now fighting Crawford. It's like I think a lot of these guys are doing that to get too much attention. I don't think they're really gonna fight each other. I don't think Tank going up to fight Conor Benn, even though I think I probably give him a good chance to beat him. Now he's not looking so good after that whole that drug testing incident thing. But I think a lot of these guys are just talking too much. I think 140 is hot right now. I think a lot of these guys are talking too much about moving up in weights, and I think we need to kind of settle down and figure out who's the best at the 140 first before we start jumping up to 147.
Liam Pardo from Australia got the big win over Montana Love. Did you happen to watch that fight on DAZN?
I did, yeah, I did watch that fight.
Have you
And
heard the room? Go ahead.
what rumor? The Shakur one? What are you talking
No,
about?
well, there's rumors that Liam Pardo is going to be getting a Puerto Rico title shot versus Matias, the IBF champ. Matias is no longer with PBC, and he's been offered a homecoming fight in Puerto Rico with Matchroom. What's your thoughts if he takes that deal? How does Pardo do? He's undefeated. He did well versus Montana. How can he do versus the quote unquote boogeyman in Mercado? Excuse me. You're my boogeyman. That's why I said Mercado. The boogeyman in Matias.
That's a hard fight. I think it really kind of, Paro has some good skills, but I think it comes down to his conditioning. That one dude Matias fought last, he was doing good the first, 1, 2 rounds. After that, he kind of gassed out and kind of let it all go. So I think it depends on his conditioning. But I think, I'm going to give it the favor to Matias. I mean, he's obviously, a lot of guys don't want to fight him. But I think he's just tough. I think he might end up getting that stoppage later down the rounds, maybe like 11, 10, 11 on Paro.
Now, you know me, I said you're my prospect of the year. I feel that the opposition you face definitely says you're a contender. And I told you that before. So that being said, do you feel you're ready to contend for that IBF title versus a Matias? He seems to have a difficulty getting opponents. Do you need a little more experience for him? Or do you think if you were offered that title shot, you're ready to jump at it?
No, if they offer me that title fight, I think I'm more than ready to jump at it. I think, like I said, I have a lot of experience. Obviously, I don't have as many fights as they do, but I've been in the ring. I've been in there with a lot of good fighters, so I think that don't really matter. And I think that if they offer me that fight, most definitely I'll take that fight. I don't think too much of Matias. I think he's a strong dude, but as far as skill wise and talent, I think he lacks a lot of that. I think he's just a tough, rugged guy that's a lot of conditioning, and I think that honestly that's a style suitable for me easily.
So you think it's more his conditioning than his power?
I do think so. I don't think he's so much of a one type one hitter quitter type of guy. I think he's more of a break you down simultaneously round after round. I don't think he's more of a one punch type of guy.
How do you deal with something like that mentally though? Because he is right there, and he's shown us that like for the first 2 rounds, he'll let you do what you want, and then he turns it up, and it's becomes difficult for most.
Right. I mean, I don't want to give out the game plan for him. I don't know if you're gonna be listening to this, but no, I think you just gotta kind of dictate the pace. I mean, guys like that, they want to kind of take you to their own pace and kind of wear you down and gas you out, and you you gotta control it mentally and physically. Obviously, it's a lot easier said than done, but stuff like that's practice in the gym, and a lot of fighters, like that I seen do it in fights today. I'm sure they could, it's nothing impossible.
What size ring would you need for that fight? Like, yeah, they say, oh, we seen the interview. You want the fight? Here's the fight. Do you need a specific size ring? Do you need a 22 like Plant needed for Canelo? Is the standard 20 good, or would you let them sneak you into an 18?
It don't matter to me, man. We could do 18, 20. I mean, look, if he's gonna catch you, cutting you down the ring, he's gonna catch you eventually. It don't matter what type of ring you got. To me, I mean, at least my opinion. Give me if you don't know how to get out of there, he's gonna catch you regardless. So I think 18, 20 don't matter what they want to do. It's cool with me. I mean, we got a game plan. I'm gonna stick to it.
For sure, champ. Listen, don't want to take too much of your time. Do appreciate you coming on and always keeping TBV updated. Wish you the best of luck tomorrow with your fight. Let everybody know where they can get tickets or how can we watch it. It's on Marv Nation app, correct?
Yeah, so if you wanna, if you're gonna stop by, you got some free time. It's you can buy tickets at marvnation.com, or you can obviously buy them at the door. But if you don't got time to be there, you want to watch it live, you can watch them at marvnationtv.com.
All right, man. Well, Tito, we appreciate you as always. Get this win, man. Move on to bigger and better things.
I appreciate it, Ness. Have a good one, man.
Appreciate you. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Tito Mercado. He's got a fight tomorrow. As you've seen, he had some cancellations, man. I don't understand what's going on. Really hope my prayers are answered and the young man gets signed by the right promoter. Hopefully, a guy like Eddie or Top Rank can take this kid to the next level. To me, he's the goods. You heard me tell him he's my boogeyman. I would love to see him in that Matias fight, but not directly. Not directly, right? We need him in one more fight with another power puncher and another durable person to see how real his power is, But definitely appreciate Tito Mercado's fighting style. Check him out on Marv Nation TV. Jesse, coming back to you. Jesse, you there? In the meantime, while we wait for Jesse to connect, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. We got both our guests on. So this is last call for callers. If you want to call in, you want to voice your opinion on today's topic or our two guests, now is the time to do so. And if you're watching this live on YouTube, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. This is the third live of the day. Don't forget, Border Wars is back. If you're an amateur boxer, you have your USA book, head on over to our USA Boxing book. Head on over to our YouTube boxing community and check out our post on our show, September 14th in Wisconsin, for all amateurs. And even for non-amateurs, if this is your first time ever in the ring, we can facilitate you as well. But you still do need that USA Boxing book. Boxing fan, you the man.
Yo, what up, Ness?
What up with you?
I hope everything's well with you, bro.
Can't
Yo,
complain.
Ness, who you got? Who you got for this Tio and Ortiz fight, bro?
Yo, Dominicano soy. Be riding with my Dominican brethren.
De lo mío. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Hey, Ness, no, but honestly, I think Ortiz is a live dog, Ness.
Word.
I feel like Tio, bro, he's on that Camboso bullshit. You know how he was just like not really focusing on Camboso, just like talking other like shit and then like, you get me?
Yeah.
I feel like he's know, we're talking about Crawford, all this bullshit, man. I think Ortiz, man. I think Ortiz could pull it off, Ness. What do you think?
I mean, it's definitely a tall task, man. And Tio, I think Tio deserves more respect as a guy that beat two lineal champs. I think people should start, stop saying that he's like clowning with the Crawford thing. Maybe that's just his thing. Maybe he's going after lineal champs. We can't, who are we to tell him what he can and can't do? But, Jermaine, he's going to have to prove it. That's my Dominican brethren, so I'm rooting for him, but he's going to have to prove it.
See, no, I get what you mean by Tio Ness. I can respect that he wants to go through for those challenges, as any fighter should that believe that they could, they want to chase legacy or feel like they can beat that individual. But my thing with Tio Ness is like the shit that like I think turns off fans, bro, when he does all these goofy shit like, yo, I'm gonna retire or give me fucking $10 billion to fight this person or 20 mil, and it's like it's shit like that turns me off on him, bro. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like I like Tio, bro. I think Tio, I think he's a good fighter, bro. But it's just all that extra shit, bro. It's kind of mad corny, bro. And it's just like it kind of pushes me away not to root for him anymore, bro. You get me? Like all this shit with Damon, like, yo, I try to make the fight happen. We know that's bullshit, bro. You get me?
Yeah.
But either way, man, I got my boy Ortiz pulling the upset nest. I say it's gonna be a controversial decision on Ortiz, bro. That's my call, Ness. Have a good one, bro.
All right. Appreciate you. James Benitez, Atlanta.
Yo, Ness, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yo, Ness, man, you wildin', man. Yo, Dominican brethren. So he's Dominican, he wins, and he loses. He's gonna be Puerto Rican. Is that how you want to Get out of here.
Yo, that's funny.
He can stay on that side. He can stay on that side, man. Look, I don't think he's gonna win, man. I think Tio's gonna win. Shout out to Tio, man. Who was the other interview tonight, man? Because I just hopped
Tito
on,
Mercado.
Man.
Tito Mercado. Elijah and Tito Mercado.
Damn. Okay, cool. Man, it's all good, man. Shout out to both of them, man. Both of them going to be the future faces of boxing. What do you think of Albert Puello and Kenny Sims for Tito as the next fight?
Both those fights, I love them.
Mm-hmm.
Love both
I think those are the type of
fights.
fights he would. Isn't Kenny Sims in the IBF as well?
Kenny Sims is in the WBA.
Ah, okay. Either way it goes, if we can get a hold of it, either one of those type of names right there before a Matias type fight, everybody will believe in him, man. Because I agree with him wholeheartedly, man. Where dude just conditioned well. He's not overwhelmingly strong, but he can just, that power that he has lasts and carries, man. I don't think he's really that good. So I think Tito can expose him, man. Yo, Boogeyman, that's what's up, man. He's gonna be a regular guest on the damn show, saying shit like that to him, man. But
I mean, because the truth is, I do think look, you seen Barboza said no. Barboza said no. There's a few people that said no that I can't remember right now, but we've already been here before. Hopefully, again, he gets signed to a big box promoter, so we ain't got to go through the bullshit.
Yeah, man. People are already ducking him, man. So it's pretty obvious that he's the goods, man. It's just he just needs to get that big name promoter just to scream what we already been saying already. Wow. Tito is up next. Just that simple, man. Other than that, Ness, man, I ain't got much for you, man. But shout out to you, shout out to the community as always, man. And man, let's hope Tito puts on another stellar performance, man, so he can have a contract waiting for him after the fight. I'm out, Ness.
All right. Up next, Jesse, back at you.
Yo. Yeah, okay. So I was saying, I think, I wanted Crawford versus Canelo, and I know he's gonna Jaime Munguia winning, Crawford versus Canelo better.
You there, champ?
Yeah, I think I got Crawford in that one, but yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Jesse. Okay, my man went into the Phantom Zone. Last call for callers. If you want to call in, voice your opinion, now is the time. AC in the place to be. You're AC. Give us a sec here while we wait for them to connect. Go ahead and smash that thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do so. We are at 188,891 subscribers, so we almost there. We almost there, baby. Can we get to 189,000 live on this show? I'm sure we can. I'm sure y'all can make that happen. Go ahead and subscribe. Let's make this happen. AC, trying you again. Hello. What in the world you got going on, bruvy? Numbers in the meantime, in between time.
Last call for alcohol. Mic check, mic check.
1, 2, 1, 2.
So it's Ness, hardest man working in boxing media. What's up, TVV? I'm looking at this topic, man. Like, bro, how seriously do you take Tim Bradley? Like you personally, like he says so much shit that I've had to put this man on mute. Tim Bradley, like, why would Canelo fight Spence?
I mean, other than
Yeah.
finances, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Now, I mean, why would Spence take that fight after what just happened with Crawford? That's just, I can't believe it,
Finances.
bro. We had Rachel on the back call today, and she was spending some game about who really moves the powers behind the scenes on at PBC, bro. So that was cool. It was cool to get that info where it's really about GTB promotions and Tom Brown. So it just kind of adds another layer on like how PBC operates, But there was this caller that it was the reason why I'm calling in, bro. Just I don't know, I can't remember his name, but if Tio upsets people because he has a personality or he's a little out there, bro, like that's what we want, bro. That's what brings people to the sport. If he's just like bland and there's no intrigue, there's no showmanship, then we just get, we get nada. We don't get up for the fight. You either gotta love him or hate him, bro. Like we gotta learn how to treat or at least give respect to the superstars of the sport, bro. Because if you start trying to line up Tio's career, if he wins, right? He's got at 140, at 147. There's a bunch of money fights to happen, and so, I think Tio's gonna get the knockout in round 7. That's what I'm putting out there.
Yeah, that's a stretch.
Yeah, I think he breaks that pattern of knockout, no knockout, knockout, no knockout. So I'll probably hedge my bet with the money line Tio win if I'm being honest, but I'm putting a little bigger package on the knockout.
Mm. Oh,
But
Tay,
yeah, that's
champ.
that's just, that's just what I want to say, man. Shout out TVV.
Appreciate you, B.
Respect the showmanship.
All right. Listen, for if you're a member or a YouTube member or a Patreon, we're gonna have the owner of ProBox on. I've been trying to get this interview for a while. Serial entrepreneur Gary Jonas. Head on over to Patreon and or YouTube members. Drop a question for Gary Jonas. That's the owner of ProBox. That's like interviewing the owner of DAZN. Granted, ProBox is not DAZN, but it's like interviewing the owner of DAZN. The dude, whatever, Blazonic or some shit like that. I don't even know what the fuck his name is. Is it Les Blahnik or the millionaire? Y'all know what I'm talking about. So head on over, drop him a question, let him know, yo, my name is, you feel me, Lupe from Chicago. And my question is blah, 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 blah. James Benitez counterpunch.
Yo, Ness, you hear me?
You know it.
Yo, Ness, man. Hey, I got one more name for you, man. What do you think about a Richard Comey for Tito, man?
Perfect. Fucking perfect.
Yeah, I think
I take
that'll be.
Nakatani too. I take Yoshino. Fuck. Any of them names. But yeah, perfect.
Yeah, I think that'll probably be a good name for him, man, because I don't think he signed to any big promotional company still, right?
He probably with Lou or still got some options left with Top Rank. Because remember, Lou did a co-promotion with Top Rank when he was a champion. But he lost that since then. But he moved up to 40 with Top Rank.
Yeah, he moved to the 40 with Top Rank and lost to Ramirez. So I thought it was over with for him.
Yeah, we would have to see. Damn. Stephen Claggett is number 8 at 140 in the WBC. Lord have mercy how that happened. Shout out Ryan in Canada.
Shout out to Top Rank for doing their job, right?
I don't know. I thought Stephen was with Eye of the Tiger Promotions. The same,
but
you know.
But Ness, but to the topic, man, it's that PBC bullshit, man. I wouldn't be surprised because like Earl, man, been like one of Al's favorite sons, man, along with Leo Santa Cruz and a few others, man. So I wouldn't be surprised if they actually pulled a move like this and sent Bud just to pretty much just have him just waiting on the shelf, man, and it's over with. I mean, I can see that this is a cash out. This is high risk and just high risk for Earl, man. But I can see, like getting probably a $30 million payday or something like that off of that kind of performance with Bud. Of course he'll take it, man. Ness, man, this boxing be on some bullshit, man. So nothing surprising me anymore, man. Tim Bradley might be on to something. That the original contract that was rumored a couple of years ago might be what Canelo's fighting through right now with both Charles and Earl. And Bud might not even be part of the plan for real. Bud might be part of the re-sign plan, if so. Anyways, Ness, man, I'll holler at you on another one.
All right, James. Appreciate you. Chad, Canada. Chad, you got to unmute the mic.
Hey, Ness, thanks. Sorry about that. Just driving, I was distracted. So I just wanted to say, man, I really like everything Teofimo's doing for the build-up of this fight. I like this Teofimo right now. He looks confident, and he's in savage condition. And I just like all the stuff. Like, I'm on Instagram. I love everything he's posting. The vibe looks good. He seems really upbeat, confident. I'm expecting a really good performance, and Ortiz, of course, looks the same. But yeah, I think, where everyone's been doubting Teofimo, I really like everything right now. I think we should acknowledge when he's doing well, man. Like, not just come on and shit on the guy when, something's not going well for him. I think if he can keep everything he's got going in balance and in check, this is great, man. And I hear that he's, I heard an interview with Bob Arum, and, he wants the smoke, man. Like, after this Ortiz fight, he wants more. He wants big names. That's what he's telling Bob Arum. So, I mean, you can't ask for more than that. So I'm excited to see what he'll do after this fight. Even though I want Ortiz to win, but I don't know, man. This Tiafimo's looking good. I'm starting to think Ortiz is up against it for sure, for sure. But I'm gonna get back to driving. Thanks for taking my call, Ness.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. Thank you for calling in. And that is Chad in Canada. Remember, we got Discord available for those that want to use it. Going out to AC, trying you again.
Yo, you can hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. I think I just had to update the app or some shit, man. But yeah, man, to the topic of the show, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm kind of intrigued in this T.O. Jermaine Ortiz fight, man. I'm still kind of like 55-45 on who I actually think to win, man. Because I feel like with that Lomachenko fight, man, Ortiz, he really showed a lot, man. Showed that if need be, he probably could fight on that level. But it's kind of hard to bet against T.O., man, because if he show up in shape, man, and is mentally focused, that boy's a bad boy. I ain't gonna lie though, the shit at the weigh-in that kind of got me more interested, man, is Bud pulling up. Because personally, I think that'll be an interesting fight next for both of them dudes, man. If T.O. win, T.O. versus Bud, I'm kind of with that shit. I ain't gonna lie, Bud will probably win, but I think that'll be a very interesting fight, and it's a good opponent for Bud Crawford, man, for real, for real. But hopefully that shit just ends up being an entertaining matchup. Because I mean, at the end of the day, it really don't matter who wins or who loses, man. You just gotta have an entertaining match, and the fans gonna win. As far as this Canelo shit, man, bro, I feel like this shit that Tim Bradley saying is a reason why Canelo need to go ahead and fight Benavidez. Because they is really playing with this man's name out here, bro. Talking about he could get whooped by welterweights and shit like that, bro. That shit is ridiculous, man. Go on, fight this dude, Benavidez. Get your reputation back, because these niggas think you sweet out here since you done lost to Bivol and shit, bro. But that Errol Spence shit, man, that Terrence Crawford shit, bro, I ain't with that shit, man. Like, nah, bro. Nah. Stop talking about Canelo versus fucking welterweights, because we gonna end up getting them goofy ass fights and shit like that. And that shit does not need to happen. Canelo Benavidez, Canelo Munguia, Canelo Morel. Maybe even Canelo versus Bivol Beterbiev winner. But that welterweight shit, man, that shit ain't interesting at all. At least not to me, bro. Errol Spencer get beat the fuck up. Bud Crawford would get beat the fuck up. It's pointless fights. But nah, that's all I really got, man. I just wanted to check in, man. Hopefully Bud and T.O. happen next. That's a fight that should happen.
All right, champ. Matador, what up?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Um, yeah. The topic. Yeah, I will be surprised if that happens. That's the last fight I would want right now. He like Errol needs to like I don't know beat like Tim Zoo or something, or like whoever wins out of Zoo and Thurman for me to even consider him and Canelo again. Like that's not even that's far away from happening. But the weigh-in and everything, and the press conference, I think people said that Jermaine looked kind of drained. Not like he did at 35. 35 he did, but I don't see it that much now. 5 pounds was a big difference. So he looks all right to me. I think Tiafimo decision close, maybe even split is what I'm thinking. I think it'll be a close fight. And if he proves me wrong and he does something crazy and he beats him bad, then man, give him credit. Did you hear what Crawford said? He said fuck T.O.
Yeah. Of course. Of course, I've seen it.
Oh man, I don't want him to take it like that. Like I hope he's just a fight in him saying that, not like oh fuck him. Like I'm not taking that fight if he tries to come at me. I hope it's not like that.
Well, he already said he not taking that fight.
I mean, but like they say, like if it makes money, it makes sense. Like it could make sense, it could, depending on how they promote it, where they put it, and what the guarantees are. Man, that press conference after the weigh-in, I think the women should be the main event, and Oscar and Liam Wilson should be the co-main. That fight looks like it's gonna be a barn burner right there. Um, yeah,
Who you got?
but
Who you got? Sinisa or Jocasta?
man, I think Sinisa, hmm, I think it's close. But I think I'll give it to Sinisa, to be honest. She seems like she's got a little more grit in her.
Mm-hmm.
She's pretty tough. So I would have to give it to her. But that's a good fight. Like, I might even drive and go to that fight. Like, that sounds like a good fight to go to, just to be there. But yeah. But anyways, about the topic, like this fight for Canelo, like we don't even know anything. Like no one talks about anything over there. The only mouthpiece that was over there was Espinoza, and like, why can't Tom Brown say something? Why can't anyone from GTB say anything? Like, I don't know. It's pathetic. So I don't really care what they do. We'll find out when it happens. But that's all I got.
Yeah, I'm with you though, man. I want me a face too, someone that can answer questions and give us answers. Way too trill. What it do? I got Daniel Vega $2 super chat. He says I got Tellus upsetting Acosta. He KO'd Balderas. Way too trill. Gotta unmute. Gotta unmute on Twitter. Way too trill. All right. We're going out to Sportsbook Boxing. What up?
Yeah, shake that. Yo,
Yo.
what's good with it?
What up?
Yo, what you right now? Now you told me weigh-ins. You said you were gonna. I need a quick rundown.
For
Who
what?
you? I'm
I'm
late, bro.
I'm
I just
rooting. I'm rooting with Jermaine. I'm rooting with Jermaine, but I'm leaning T.O. for the win.
I got my money on Tio, man. I got my money on Tio. I got money on Keyshawn, and I got my money on Charlie. And you know, Abdul and them, they like higher odds. I think Tio got a little bit more to him though. Jermaine do look focused though, bro. Jermaine Locust.
I
I
mean, it's
just
his
think, you
first
know,
title
everybody
shot.
gets Tio and they like, oh, him doing. Yeah, definitely. On the side of Tio, I think that we just gotta realize maybe that's just him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to like tell him, oh, you need to quit, and focus, and maybe that's just Tio. I think we're gonna get one of the best performances out of him tomorrow. Though that's my personal opinion. I know everybody's saying they think he clowning and stuff, but I actually think focus. You know what I'm saying? I think he that loss to Cambosis really helped him and had him realize, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can lose. I can lose if I'm not on point. And I think he gonna beat Jermaine, man. I think he got more championship pedigree, and I think he got more bite down in the championship rounds. So, you know, we definitely gonna see though, man. But shit, I am excited. Smoking on this gas, right? We're gonna be smoking on that Ortiz Pat tomorrow. I'll holler at you.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. Last call for callers. If you're trying to call in, now is the time. Now is the time. If not, you know what it is. Tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard, we back at it. 9 a.m. Eastern. More boxing talk. Phone lines open. Catch us on the next one. Let me double check to it. Discord. Oh, look, see what I'm saying? They be sliding in last minute. Al in the Bay, what do you say?
Yo, what's up? What's up?
What up?
Man, I literally just logged on. Um, yeah, man. It'd be a shame if we still pick Spence after losing. I'm not saying one loss changed everything, but you know, a man take you out, he should slide in and take your spot. So Crawford should just slide in and take his spot, fight Canelo. You know, I know they already had it in plan that Spence versus Canelo, but you lose, you lose. You just got to get back. So that'd just be a shame. Just doing Crawford like that. Um, and I think T.O. might lose this one. Jermaine is nothing to play with. You know, he gave it to Loma. That was a close fight. Um, and he's right there on the edge. I think he can pull this one off. He just got to stay focused. Um, and this would be the biggest win of his career if he can. That's my call.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. Way too trill. Trying you again. Way too trill. Trying you again.
Yo,
Yo.
man, I'm at the Ford Motor Company, man. I'm sick my Lions did that to me, man. Y'all can hear me?
Yes.
Man, what I got to say about it, man. Tio got to show a little example for everybody, you know what I'm saying? Get back on that map we was talking about. I really like the matchup because Ortiz a little energetic. He got his footwork and everything going. What I can say is Keyshawn might have a bad little night, or he might have a little unanimous decision. And I got a parlay for everybody, but what I would say is I'm taking Abdullah Mason, TKO, and I'm taking Tefimo Lopez unanimous decision. And that's all I got for the boxing voice, man. I'm at the workplace, man.
Appreciate you, champ. Thank you for rocking out with us.
All
Way,
right.
way too trill. Appreciate it. King Ryrie.
Yo, Ness, how you feeling, baby? How you doing?
Straight.
Question. Um, your opinion. T.O. win tomorrow. How how soon or how long do you think that the fight between him and Devin can be stalled out?
I mean, all year, bro. They got. We seen them in one division before and not fight. Like I don't hold no hope for that. Like, you know, everybody gonna have a side to pick, but like, I just deal with reality. It hasn't been Devin asking for 4 million, 10 million, 20 million. That's always been T.O. and his family.
You right. But I feel like, especially based off like this morning show, I really couldn't call in. But hey, I ride with you, bro, because like I don't know if you be remembering when we have our conversations, bro. But you keep it real on both sides, man. I know people be calling you the Haney voice and everything, but you were saying some real talk this morning, man, about the Tank situation and the Conor Ben fight and how the same way it will be. People wasn't crying about it for Haney,
They
so how is it a
wasn't.
bad fight for Tank? And you just keeping the facts, bro. These fighters do what they want, and grown men is crying about them not doing what they want them to do, but not realizing respectfulness through an OG in the game. But a lot of these hardcores got to understand times is changing. These us young boys is coming up, and we don't care about that type of stuff. So, like you said, hardcores can steal it, but it's still gonna be fans of the man who gonna still watch it and pay for the pay-per-view.
Exactly.
I feel like with the heat that's going on, I feel like Devin and Tio have to fight each other eventually. Devin gonna have to get that mandatory out the way, and Tio gonna have to meet up, bro. Cause after Matias fight done, Matias win. Uh, that's 3 belts right there. Rolly fight, we'll see who win that, but eventually somebody gonna have to fight somebody who got a belt to unify on some type of form, shape, or manner. You feel me? Within this whole situation, and I feel like due to the hardcores and the casuals coming together, I feel like this may be the year we see people who are low key forced to fight in certain divisions, AE 140, because 140 getting crowded. If people are already talking about Tank going up and coming back down, it's gonna be overly crowded. Because I don't know if you ever remember me telling you, but I told you every time we talk, 135 drying up. There ain't nobody in 135 no more. Nobody want to fight Shakur. Shakur one fight left on his deal. They say he ain't resigning, and people feel like he not a draw because of his last performance. So it's like a lot of people ain't gonna have no choice soon to come but to fight each other. But that's all I got. I got Keyshawn winning. I got Tito winning, and man, we'll just see where the boxing game go after this, bro. I appreciate you. Y'all like, y'all subscribe, y'all share, and man, I can't wait for you to go to a city, bro, and do a live show, cause I feel like that's gonna be some epic stuff, bro. So whenever you want to slide to Atlanta, man, and you need places to go or situations, bro, let me know.
For sure, champ. Now we've actually done a live show from Atlanta. We called some fights there once, and we do want to do a 3-city tour. Atlanta was not on the list, but just because we got a bigger fan base in the tri-state, obviously in the West,
Okay,
and in that Texas region between Houston and
for sure.
Dallas, we got is where the most of our viewers and callers and things like that. But yeah, man, I love Atlanta. I'm actually gonna probably meet James Benitez that calls in here a lot, and Bo and Bama at the overtime event.
Man, Les, let me know, man. Danny be playing, man. I got the camera on go, bro. I actually wanna come out to Vegas and work with you, bro. Like I actually wanna shoot some behind the scenes, bro. Like just of your life, bro. Just like letting people know like how you moving out here, how you got a show, you wake up every morning, and how you out here moving, going from whatever training camp to training camp, bro. People don't understand. Yeah, you got relationships, man, but you put in the work to keep and establish those relationships. And the shit may look easy, but it's not easy. You feel me? And I feel like, you got a great behind the scenes story of that people need to see when it comes down to how hard you work at your craft and the relationships that you got.
Appreciate you, man. I would love to do something like that for sure.
Yeah, like I told Danny, same thing I'm telling you, bro. I'm willing to come to Vegas. We can set up a date or something, and hey, I'm down, and it's
For
on me.
sure. DM me.
I bet I'm finna right now.
All right. Let's see who we got next. That was King Rari. We got who is next? Adrian Uruguay. What up?
Néstor querido, buenas noches.
¿Cómo está?
Muy bien, muy bien. I'm just gonna take advantage of the moment, and I'm gonna respond to Matador on what he said on the show yesterday. Yeah, in our culture we do say negro, negrito a lot, and it's just another way to say friend. We say, hey, che, negrito, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás, bro? ¿Cómo estás? It's just another way to say my friend, my homie. It's actually like it has a reason why. It has a story. Like I don't want to get too much into it, but you know, have you seen the movie 300?
Yes.
Well, we have our own version of it. Like 200 years ago, when the Portuguese got to our land, and they defeated us, defeated the people that was here, and almost killed everybody. The Uruguayans picked the best 32 soldiers, uh, and then they created a flag that said "Libertad o muerte," freedom or death. And they decided to go against the empire. They had like 10,000 soldiers, and an African guy from Mozambique talked to them and said, "You guys are gonna fight the Portuguese?" And they say like, "Yeah, okay, I'm in." And they were like, "Okay, bro, but we're all gonna die." And he said, "Okay, we're gonna die together." So yeah, the number 33 was an African guy. So from that part on, like negro, black, became like a friend, like a warrior, like a nice word. So yeah, from 200 years uh, to now, we have used like a negro, negrito in a nice way, in a term of endearment, like as a friend. Now the times are changing because everything is getting international. So the calling somebody black, negrito, it might not have the same like meaning in other places. So it's all about the culture, man. What happened to our soccer player Luis Suarez was pretty similar. He went to Inglaterra to England, and yeah, he called a black player negro, negrito, and he was just being ignorant because he didn't know that he was not able to say it. Like they are not gonna understand in a different country. So yeah, that situation got ugly. But yeah, it's just yeah, he was accused of racism and all that. But just goes to show you that everybody has a culture and a different story, and it's nice to learn about different cultures and all that. But yeah, that's all that I wanted to say, Nes.
Nah, man, thank you for going back and listening because I did want your, I guess expertise because you are from that country and that is your culture. So, we certainly wanted you to make sure that that story was being told properly. And shout out to Matador for knowing his Uruguayan history, right?
Yeah, bro. Shout out to him, bro. Shout out to him. And shout out to you. Keep working hard, man.
All the time, man. Appreciate you.
Okay, man.
Brandon, what's up?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello, Ness. Hey, Ness, I got a couple questions for you. First of all, why do you think that people are saying that Crawford has the lower hand in terms of actually winning the percentage of winning the Canelo fight? There's rumors going around the web right now saying that Crawford has a lower chance of winning against Canelo, and they're saying that this is true, and we don't know who will win, but people are doubting Crawford's ability to pull this one off, and I'm just wondering why do you think people are saying that? Is there any merit behind that?
I
And
mean, it's just
can
because he's a
he?
welterweight, bro. He's moving up 3 divisions, so.
I understand that, but they're really just gonna doubt what Crawford has accomplished as a fighter and as a in his career, and just say, well, all that stuff means nothing. Just
Nah, it's
starting
just
from new
again,
because
it's more about him moving up 3 divisions. Like, yeah, you did what you did. That's like Inoue. Inoue moved up 4 divisions. Do you think he could beat Canelo?
if it's four divisions, they shouldn't even be fighting in the first place.
Exactly, and that's
If
how a
it
lot of people feel the way you feel about Inoue trying to fight Canelo about Crawford.
if it's three divisions and they're the same height, then I can see where they are saying that this should be a good fight. This should be happening. They're the same height, and that's a huge factor in determining their ability to match up. And they've been beefing for a while now, and most people have been saying that they should fight. These are the top two guys in boxing right now. So
I mean that fight just
let's see.
started getting legs. July 20th fight week of Earl Spence Crawford. Crawford was saying that that fight was unrealistic, that he wouldn't move up, that weight classes are there for a reason, and his tune changed maybe 2 weeks after beating Earl. So, yeah.
People are saying that he's going to get touched up in terms of he's going to be facing a lot of Canelo's hits and his punches, and it's going to get bad for Crawford. People are saying that, and I'm just worried because we called for this fight for a minute, and if Crawford gets injured or he loses and his career goes down the line, it's gonna be our fault. It's gonna be all in our hand, our responsibility. So
I mean,
I regret calling for the fight.
more in yours, because you're the one that wants it. But I guess I'm just as guilty as you, because I want that fight myself. So I guess guys like me and you will be more responsible because we asked for it. I certainly asked for it. I just wanted boxing to be even, be fair. It's like you wanted Earl to get it. If Crawford beats him, let him get it. And it's kind of working out that way. Crawford beat Earl, and now it's seeming like that Crawford and Canelo fight is bigger than. But Stone Bone Boxing, what up?
What up? What up? What up?
Chilling.
Yeah, man. Oh man, Ness, we gotta feel guilty for wanting fights now, Ness. Them guys who sign contracts and train every day, and some of them don't even go to school after they 14, 15 in the gym every day. But it's our fault if they asking for a fight and they get it and they lose. It's our fault if something happened to them. There's a 99.9% chance that you can get hurt when you step in the ring against a smaller man, let alone a bigger man. Like all these dudes know what they signed up for. What they like this saying go, you signed up for it, you know what you signed up for. So I ain't worried about how I'm gonna feel or how Nash should feel. If Bud lose the fight, then we'll be calling for the next guy to get a shot at Canelo, or Bud win. We're gonna call for. I mean, that's what we do, man. Like we got to stop as fans being so soft and want to blame for what when we get what we want. We still want to blame somebody. We got to feel guilty because we get what we want. Ness. Like, man, stop it, man. Just appreciate the things that might happen and love the things that do. I remember Ness. You remember they laughed at you when you brought up Bud should fight Triple G, make his own way. And when I called in, I said, you know what, that do sound right. And they called it, y'all dudes crazy, blasphemous, and he Triple G and all this. And look, now we right here on the doorsteps of the Canelo fight, the whole thing we was talking about. So if it's good for the goose, it's great for the gander. If Earl was big enough to fight Canelo and was supposed to be winning, and Bud dog walked him like that, then Bud is big enough to fight Canelo. So let's get it. You know what I mean? So I'm interested to see what T.O. do, man. Sometimes he loopy, but he always give us a entertaining fight. So I'm expecting excitement. I want to see what Keyshawn do. Boxing is going good for us so far this year, man. I just hope they can figure out not giving us all the good fights on pay-per-view and just figure this shit out, man. Just keep feeding us boxing. And they should all went to the zone, like you said, Ness. This shit just getting more and more complicated. And I don't know, man. But let's go T.O., man. I'm rooting for T.O. because I want him to win so he can keep saying Bud name, man. Just all the fighters, if it's great fighters in
Yeah, but
in
I
your
want
division.
your opinion on that because reporters were acting like, "Hey, bud," I'm like, "Man, fuck Tio." So double two-part question: does he drop the belt if Tio activates super champion status? And I mean, why are you guys not keeping the same energy? If you cool with Bub moving up 3 divisions, why is no one cool with Tio moving up 1 division to fight Bub when he at least has a track record of actually moving up and beating fighters, the lineal fighter, the
Yeah, he is the
man.
lineal. Yeah, he's lineal. He's the lineal champ at 40. He's a
But
lineal at 35 too,
yeah,
right?
that's what I'm
When he
saying.
beat
He did it
Loma.
twice. That's why it's like
Two-time lineal. Yeah.
people don't believe he could do it because it's Crawford. But it's like, damn, shouldn't we be giving him the benefit of the doubt? He did it twice. What if that's his
Man,
mo?
T.O. used to come to the gym and watch Bud and working out. He used to always be fighting on the Bud undercards. And like I've always got a good look at T.O. Good fighter, a good fight for Bud, but I think his arms are a little too short. And I think he get wide, So I believe that T.O., if he the super champion, just like Bud can move up and challenge Horn, T.O. can move up and challenge him, right? No, is he the WB? Is he a super
Yeah,
champ?
no.
Is
That's
that the
exactly what I'm saying. T.O. can do that,
yeah?
but what do you think Bud
Oh,
does? Does he drop the belt like he did with Jerron, or does he fucking fight T.O.?
if from my understanding, if they never even had an opportunity or a chance to even talk about fighting Jerome, where I think that it might be different with T.O. Paco got a great, they tight, so this go a long way. This is not some. You know what I mean? A sanctioned body you never fought for. That you know what I mean? That never you never really represented them. That's why they'll take your belt, the IBF. The WBO gonna really try to make that fight. If Tio want that fight, both know him well, and he will try to make that fight. If Bud gonna be at 47, he'll fight Tio. To me, that's a bigger fight. No disrespect to Boots, but T.O. is a bigger name. That's crazy to say it. He's more accomplished, right? He's more accomplished, multi-division champion. That is probably a bigger fight at this moment than Boots. I think Boots is the bigger, like hardcore styles matchup type guy fight. But T.O., that's a real fight. That's a real fight.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. This is about the eighth time I said last call for callers because every time I say it, we get a new caller. See what I'm saying? Jay Will just jumping on. What up?
What's up, boss? What's up? What's up, man?
Chilling,
Um,
chilling.
so I know I'm jumping on late, man. Um, but I'm trying to read the thumbnail. And I'm trying to make sure I'm not jumping the gun, man. But he's really not about to fight Spence, is he?
Nah, man, as you know, Tim Bradley is saying he believes that's what Canelo will do. He said, don't be surprised if he fights Spence as the third fight and doesn't fight Crawford or Benavidez. This is just
Wow,
Tim
that's
Bradley.
it,
This is just Tim Bradley,
right?
though. You know, he got to stir the pot. He got to make content. We don't know if that's true.
But I mean, just for him to even mention it, that's kind of disrespectful, bro. That's just like, man, damn, Canelo is that. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. But I don't know, man. I still think the Bud fight is a good fight. I still think Bud matches up kind of pretty decent with him. But yeah, and I never really seen Tim Bradley really hate on Canelo this tough. You know what I'm saying? I know Paulie has, but not Tim. So I don't know, man. I'm not sure why he would say that, but
Come on, man. You know why. Stop acting like he ain't the one that found the talent that is Bud Crawford, man. Of course, you got to shoot him bell and act like Canelo's scared of Bud and he'll fight a broken Spence over the superior Bud Crawford. Come on, bro. You acting like you don't know what this is.
yeah, no, but yeah, but it's like I don't know, man. For him to say he won't fight Benavidez too, but I mean, I see what you're saying, though. I mean, that's his boy. Uh, Bud is his boy, so I get all that. But I mean, I don't know, man. It's still that's a big reach, man. Like for him to say he's going to fight Spence, man. But I get Tim stirring up the pot, but still, at the end of the day, man, I don't see I don't see him fighting Spence, and I just don't see how I don't see how he could pull it off. But I don't know, man. There's a lot of people like Sean Porter and Tim Bradley who always says Canelo's not going to fight Benavidez either. So it's just like I don't know, man. I don't know if Canelo doesn't fight either one of them, man. That's pretty shitty, bro. But that's it, man. I ain't got too much to say about Canelo tonight, bro.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We had an earlier caller earlier today. He talked off topic and brought up Canelo and you know he said something like that Canelo has earned his right not to fight uh, Benavidez, and if he wants to roll out with Charlo and Bud, he can. For me, I'm with that same sentiment because it's just until someone can point to the fighter that has as many nemesis on his resume as Canelo, or at least is headed in that trajectory, then I'll start saying something. But till then, like I don't know anybody doing what Canelo's doing and has done. I wish, you know, that other fighters would do what Canelo does in terms of their nemesis, right? Like he fought Floyd, Gennady, Laura, Trout, Jacobs. That's five nemesis. So what I'll do is I'll say four, right? And then it's like, imagine if Tank fought four: Ryan, Shakur, T.O., Devin. We'd call him a Hall of Famer. Imagine if Devin fought four: Loma, T.O., Matisse, Shakur. Oh, we call him a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? But Canelo gets this unnecessary hate. But truth of the matter is, Bud got Earl on his resume. There is no four nemesis. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers just like to hate on the greatness, but Bud fought one nemesis. Earl fought one nemesis. If you want to give Earl credit for Mikey, because Mikey created himself as a nemesis by saying I see something, and then he got this, overwhelming fan base, which did show up. When we talk about the Mexican fan base for any fighter, we can't forget to say it for Mikey, who had 48,000 people in Texas versus Earl. Okay, so that is the definition of a Mexican fighter's fan base showing up. So maybe someone in a crazy, Earl Spence fandom state of mind is like, nah, Ness, you gotta give him credit for Mikey. Okay, cool. Which means Earl fought two nemesis. Keep going down the line. Let's go down to somebody in Tank's resume. Leo Santa Cruz. He fought, I think, three nemesis, but he don't get no credit. He fought Tank, he fought Frampton, and he fought Abner Mars. And he might have fought Scott Quigg in between that bitch. But he won't get no credit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if your favorite fighter, if Abdullah Mason, he's too young. Let's not even use him. Who is the new hot boy out here? You know what I mean? Like, Floyd Schofield, he ain't got no nemesis on his record. We still asking him to fight Keyshawn, and that's his nemesis is Keyshawn. And I guess JoJo, since it's 4 fucking offers they send JoJo's, you know what I'm saying? And I don't even know that just because you send an offer to a dude that doesn't take it makes him your nemesis. The nemesis means someone that people think can beat you. So for Schofield, that would be Keyshawn, not whatever other name I was saying that escapes me at the moment. But again, these fighters don't do that. They I could go down the line. Look, the boogeyman is Morrell. He got no fucking no nemesis on his resume. You know what I'm saying? It's not there. Gennadi's nemesis was who? Canelo? Because he fucking begged for the fight long enough? Like, that wasn't his nemesis. Yeah, Jacobs. He fought one with Jacobs. Maybe I'm slipping some. Is any other in there? Derevchenko wasn't no nemesis. Jacobs, Canelo. That's pretty much it, bro. That's pretty much it. The only other nemesis he had was Andre Ward, and you know what happened there? You know what happened there. Oh, you say you don't know. That's what happened. That's what happened. But yeah, man, the nemesis conversation is the most interesting one, man. There's not a lot of people that just they do that, I mean, look at Lubin, right? Lost to his nemesis in Mel, and never really made a new one. Never really made a new one, you know. I mean, I just can't even point to the fighters. Is look like we cheating by giving Earl Mikey, right? We being con, but that's the only fighter that we pointed to that has two nemesis. Like, it's hard. Who Jamel for? Who was his nemesis? It damn sure wasn't Castaño. And if you want to say Castaño, it doesn't even it doesn't even begin till after the draw. After the draw, then people say, "Oh no, you lost." So they wanted that fight, but they didn't want that fight from the rip. And where's Castaño at since that fight? Hasn't even fought, But it just ain't there. Maul's nemesis was Julian Williams. I know people ain't gonna believe that, but you had to live through it. Maul's nemesis was Julian Williams. The world was saying he was ducking Julian Williams because he had to move up in weight. He felt like he couldn't make weight. Williams was his mandatory. Williams was doing his damn thing, looking good as an up-and-coming contender. So the world tried to act like Jamal was ducking him. So Jamal stood on his 10 and was like, fuck that. I'm not moving up. I'm going to make this weight. I'm going to knock this motherfucker out. And basically did everything he said. So you got to give Jamal credit for Williams as a nemesis because Williams trolled him. Williams trolled the fuck out of him, just like Laura trolled the fuck out of Canelo. But I'm just going through I'm going through this shit, and it's like, yo, none of these dudes got, Johnny Beck ain't fight his nemesis. Who's his nemesis? Carlos Adames been calling his dumb ass out for how long? You understand? I mean, these dudes don't want to fight the dude that the people want to see him fight. Just like Bivol. Who's his nemesis? Better be. We finally getting it. But that been his nemesis forever. You know? Shit. Better be about to be motherfucking 40. And you know what I mean? Come on. And they already built the next one. Who's the next one? Jayo Pataya. Is he going to win and retire, or is he going to win and take on that challenge that the world wants him to take on? You know? But again, these dudes ain't doing that. Like, who Isak faced the nemesis? Fuck no. He don't even get credit for Tank as a nemesis, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, Isak gotta fight Shakur. That's his nemesis. Shakur the one wanted to fight him. The people wanted him to fight Shakur. And he ducked that shit. Telling you, these dudes just don't do what Canelo does, but y'all sit here and complain about Canelo. Look at Navarrete. Never unify. Who's his nemesis? Y'all gonna say Shakur somehow his nemesis? My man been through 3 divisions. Somehow Shakur his nemesis. Man, get the fuck out of here. He jumping right past Albert Bell. That's his true nemesis. That's the dude that been there. That's the dude that been right there. You know? Been right there waiting on a shot, landing on deaf ears. But Mustafa, what up? Gotta unmute. Gotta unmute player.
All right, first time on the Twitter. Ooh-wee.
What's good?
Yeah, I just got back from no man, nothing much. Just got back from the grocery store. I took a little walk to the grocery store, got me some herbs, got me some bolillo, got me an avocado. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here making some tea right now. I had to stop and get the Hardin as well. You know what I'm saying? So we chilling tonight, watching Martinez versus Margarito. But yeah, man, this fight not fight, but Tim Bradley saying what he said. Just want to speak on that right quick. Me personally, I'm not a fan of the fight. Errol Spence versus Canelo. Errol Spence, it seems, at least within that last fight, it could have either been Bud or it could have been his punch resistance leaving because of what he been through. I really don't know. But it's not something I'm interested in seeing. I'd rather see Errol Spence fight somebody like Castaño. I think that'd be a great fight. And as for Canelo, I would like Canelo to fight David Benavidez, but if I can't get that, I'll be happy with Terrence Crawford. And I'm not going to really push Canelo to fight a certain person because he has done a lot in the sport. I do got mixed feelings about it. I do feel like as long as you are in the sport, you should fight at the highest level possible. But, he's done a lot. So it's all good. But yeah, man, I think that's about all I got to say on the topic. Shout out to TBB. I appreciate you taking my call. And this is Moose from Bakersfield, California. I called in. I used to call in on the number that you put up.
On the landline. Yeah. Moose,
yeah.
What's good?
Yeah,
Nah, I
not
got
much.
you.
You know what I'm saying? I just made a Twitter account today. And, actually, I've been had it. I didn't even know I've been had it, but I just got my Twitter account up and running. And I also got on a Discord. That way I can be fully immersed in the TVV experience.
Let's go, champ.
Well, not fully. I wouldn't say fully because I still got to become a member. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say fully yet, but I'm more immersed in the experience. And, yeah, man. I also heard y'all speaking on some fights that's supposed to be happening in Milwaukee later on this year. I'm interested in getting involved in that. So, yeah, man, it's a dope community. I'm happy to be a part of it.
Appreciate you, champ.
So,
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. But that's about all I got to say. I'm gonna let y'all go. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a blessed night.
All right. I'm actually gonna have to pay for that Marv Nation call for Tito Mercado and my other man. I ain't even know. I forgot he was finding on that car, Andy Beltran, man. It's my boy out of Vegas. I like that kid. Like that kid. Hopefully he could pan out. You know, we need one. We need us one of those. Uh, we got Army Mike. What up?
Yo, what's up, Ness? How's it going today?
All good. What up with you?
Oh man, just listening to this good show here. Just wanted to chime in a little bit on the Timothy Bradley mentioning Spence. You know, I think I'm cool if Canelo was to fight Spence. Now, just quick question: is Spence and Charlo under the same promotional like umbrella or whatever you want to call it?
Yeah, yeah, they with PBC for sure.
Right. See, I can see Spence getting a shot with Canelo in place, even of Charlo, who is rumored to be in talks with a fight, but it didn't work out for him last time. Maybe he's not ready enough for a fight like that. Maybe that can get some rumors swirling. But I also think don't you think Canelo is a small super middleweight?
For sure.
I feel like these guys are still good sized opponents for him. Spence is a good sized dude. He's not a little. He was never a little welterweight ever. And Crawford, he's just proved to be strong enough and tough enough to be in there. I think those are all still cool fights. You know, Everyone is so excited about and wanting to see Canelo fight. The biggest, strongest, you know, possible, super middleweight opponent out there in Benavidez. But I think Canelo still is eventually is going to fight Benavidez. He's got in there and rocked with everybody who people said he couldn't get in there with. Whether he win or not. You know, so so I think it's a cool fight. The Lopez Ortiz stare down was cool. The little weigh-in and everything was really cool. I'm excited to see that fight too. Ortiz is a Ortiz is proved to he looked to me he looked really good against Lomachenko. I felt like it was a fight he could win or could have won if he had more stamina. I felt like he was winning a lot of rounds on Lomachenko early, but he just couldn't keep the pace. Did you feel like he did good against Lomachenko?
You mean Jermaine? Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like he's got a good ass shot to rock in there with Teofimo. He looked hella good against Lomachenko. So, I think it's a cool fight. They got a little bit of history, so it just kind of adds to it. Shout out to Teofimo too for trying to even chase Crawford. Those are cool fights. You know what I mean? There's cool fights and there's good fights. I think that's what I think about some of these fights. There's some cool ones and then there's some really good, great ones out there. But I like to see them all.
For sure.
So yeah. So shout out to you, Ned. Shout out to letting us all speak our opinion on here, no matter what it is or who likes it or not. We appreciate that. So shout out to y'all. Take care, man.
Appreciate you, champ. Rafael, what up? Rafael, you got to unmute player. Uh, Rafael, you got to unmute. Damn, bro. While I'm reading and they fucking cancel Andy Beltran's fight, this bullshit. I was about to buy more for that. Raphael, you there? Jump out, jump back in, player. It ain't we cannot hear you. We cannot hear you. But while we wait for you to do that, we going out to Cold Summer, $2 super chat. Random, who wins a title shot first? AB or one time? One time has a quicker opportunity at it. He's getting, in a big fight with Zoo, which would put him in position for the next fight to be a title shot. Rafael, you gotta get out completely, bro. Try getting out completely and coming back. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Damn, bro, I fucking missed this message. Oscar fucking text me. Fuck. 13 minutes ago. That don't mean he would have been free, but what if he would have been free, right? Cause that was my question. Like, Oscar, you free? He like, what up? And I fucking lost track. But next GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. See you tomorrow morning for the next one. Getting you through your workday. Peace.